Hello, everybody. It's Life with Willie and Renee again. And we have on our retired shirts because we're going to talk about something fun today. What are we talking about, Willie?
Well, something in the neighborhood of retirement, and that is just vacations.
Mhm.
Once you retire, you have the time that you desire to go on vacations or do things that you haven't done in years. And part of that is you have the time to do it.
Mhm.
And then you come up with ways, I guess you would say, finance it and try to take your time to spread it out if you don't have monies at one particular time, but it motivate you to save for a particular thing. Like us, we wanted to go on a cruise at one point, and that was something that we hadn't done before,
Right.
and then it was just a lot of fun just to save up and just to think about, okay, at this point, at this date, we're going to go on a good cruise, and that's what we did. And that was one of the things that I had never done in my life. You know, I've
And did
traveled
what?
a lot and everything, but I had never been on a cruise. You know, you have a lot of people say, you know, that's a lot of water to be drinking.
Right.
But once you get out there and on that cruise is you almost forget that you own a ship.
Mhm.
You know, the only reason that you probably most folk would know that they're on there is they actually look out and see the water, but you can't really feel it most of the time. I did once. We went on two. We went on that second one. I
Mhm.
felt that one because we got in a storm,
Right.
and that ship did rock a little bit. And when a ship rocks, it does kind of make you queasy,
Mhm.
but it only lasts for maybe an hour at the most or something. But I can truly say cruising is one of the most fun things that I've ever done in my life. To be able to just get up and walk around and see people, talk to people, go eat all the food that you want, go to look at the shows that they offer, the casinos. Just it's a lot of fun just to look. You know, you don't have to participate in anything if you don't want to. You can just look. And just by merely looking, you know, people expect that. You know, they're okay with you looking at how they're dancing, how they're acting, and just they're having fun. Because a cruise is one of those things that a lot of people come to, I think, that they have done it rarely or haven't done it at all before. And so they really want to enjoy themselves when they go to a cruise.
Right.
So, and that's what we did.
Yeah.
So, what did you think?
Well, I had never been on a cruise before either. Traveled all over the world, but never even had a desire to go on a cruise. I was like, yeah, no, that is too much water, and I don't want to be on it. But I remembered that I did go on a cruise, but it was work related, and it was not fun at all. But once I was there, I was like, this could be fun. Like, wow, if I hadn't gone for work and it was just like 2 days or something, and I literally worked the whole time. I didn't get to see anything or really do anything. And so whenever Willie and I decided, yeah, let's do it, what we did like about it, and we may be preaching to the choir. You all may have already been on all the cruises or whatever, but as a retired person, it's one way to go and have an adventure and save money as well, because everything is all inclusive. You don't have to worry about the hotel and then the food and the transportation, and lugging your luggage all around, you know, all the different things, walking here and there. Everything is under one roof. And so it makes it really good, when you're wanting to watch your pennies,
And you can relax
Right.
because you know everything is done.
Yes, yes. And for me, it was just so wonderful. First of all, we had a balcony, and I just enjoyed, we both did, but I enjoyed sitting out there looking at the sunsets, at the water, trying to take pictures, and my phone fell in the water. So I had some beautiful pictures for the dolphins to see. But one thing I really enjoyed it was that I didn't have to concern myself with what are we going to eat now, or or we need to get up and go do this, that, and the other. We couldn't even use our phones. That was great. We called the kids when we were in, ports or whatever, but we didn't have all the phone ringings, no scammers calling us or whatever. And somebody made up the bed for us, and we could go eat food, or we could have it brought into the room, or we could bring it back, or at 12 o'clock at night, our favorite thing was to go get that pizza. We're not midnight snackers or anything, but hey, why not? We're on a cruise and it's available, And as he said, we enjoyed the casino, and we don't gamble, but we enjoyed watching all the people and all the stuff. That was fun. And we went to some different shows, to a Michael Jackson review. That was fun, or something. That was the second. And then we played some kind of, we played bingo. No, what did we play? And
It was bingo.
yeah, yeah. And then we won some gifts from somewhere. Somebody was doing something on stage, and we got the number right. We won something. Well, what I can even remember. But we just had a great time. And they had a library there, and I love to read. And boy, I read almost 2 books and did all the other stuff too. And the peace and quiet there. And yeah, and we chose a good time, which is something important with retirees, is not to go during spring break or Christmas or Thanksgiving, or in the middle of summer when there's lots of kids, if you're not interested in seeing kids or run and rip and run. So we had a great time. And yeah, we did. We saw a few enough. And with one port, we didn't even get off the ship. We stayed, and that was really cool, because what happened was we were able to, all the people left, and it was only maybe 100 people or less on the cruise. And so we played cornhole and video games. I'm not video games, the games they had, trivia games and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, while they were out on the, while they were in port. And then we enjoyed watching the people come back and run back with all of their stuff, trying to get on the ship, and people were yelling, hurry, come on, come on. We had fun sitting on that balcony, and we did a lot of people watching and things like that. Yeah, and so we enjoyed it so much. We told a couple of our kids, and they went, and we took them on another cruise, and that was a lot of fun as well. And we chose Carnival. We thought about choosing some others, but we chose for our first or our second time Carnival Cruise Line, because they were so, it was still where it wasn't far to fly out, to get the flight, to get on the ship. It was in our part of the country. Carnival was great about that. And it just prepared us for everything. It just did everything. And some of the others, sort of seemed to leave us to figure stuff out. But we sort of really liked Carnival. And we may try other cruise lines, but Carnival really served us well when we were doing the planning of it. It was really great. And yeah. And so, and I felt really safe. We didn't feel like, we don't know what's happening, what's going on. We felt really safe. They checked on us, and the people were just so accommodating. And certain things we didn't understand, and I would go to the desk and they would help us out. We just really enjoyed it. And one thing that we enjoyed was the different foods. We didn't really just have to eat at the buffet all the time. We chose some different restaurants and different things. Let's try this. And we tried food that we wouldn't have tried maybe before at the buffet, or even at our dining. And that was great, because we didn't have to pay. We'd already paid for all the accommodations. So if I didn't like it, I didn't feel like, well, I just really need to eat this because I paid $35 for this plate of food. I'm going to eat it whether I want it or not. No, we didn't have to do that. So
That was one of the
great.
advantage of
Yeah,
saving
yeah.
and preparing yourself for the cruise.
Mhm. And then we met lots of different people as well. You know, different people sat at our table and we enjoyed meeting different people. One thing that we both noticed on a cruise, and I'm sure it's probably on any cruise, but we went on Carnival, so was that people were just on the same like level. People weren't talking about politics and this, that, and the other. And I'm a independent. I'm a Republican. I'm a Democrat. No, you know, people just had fun and they come up and talk to you and you talk to them. And so you were just on a level, like, you know, you didn't have to feel like, oh, I met a guy and talked to them or whatever. You know, what do you think
It was
about
like
that?
people actually was on vacation and
Right.
just
Mhm.
really their goal was to just enjoy their
Right.
vacation
Right.
themselves.
Mhm.
And that's the thing that we appreciated about it.
Yeah, you just
And
got to
perhaps
be.
that is something that can be an advantage on other cruises as well,
Mm.
but we don't know. We just went on Carnival and we enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So
And so Carnival, if you want us to go on another cruise, holler at us. We'll go and we'll do some video. No, but yeah, so in your retirement, you know, you plan ahead and you budget or whatever you need to do because there were people next to us. They had a whole penthouse suite or whatever, and the whole family, and they had been on there for a month or 2 months, or they were staying a long time. We just did 7 days, but they were on there, you know, for a long time. And oh, they were just so much fun, and they, you know, did all kinds of things. So, and some people live on them, you know, they find it less
and they even
expensive.
carried a pet on
Oh,
there
they
too.
sure did.
Their little dog.
Their little doggy. Yeah. So, you know, we wanted to share that there's more than just one way to have a vacation on holiday. Like I said, you may know that already. This may just be a reminder. Yeah, let's go on a cruise, you know, and decide where to go and diet before and when you come back. And while you're on that cruise, just eat and relax and enjoy the sunsets. Okay.
Thank you for tuning in once again, and please subscribe to our channel. Look forward to talking to you again. Thanks.